Moosey, where are you, Moosey? Oh, you're a cutie. I forgot about you. Look at you. Am I supposed to be doing the da-dun, 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 da-da-da-da, da-da? Okay. Happy. Oh, okay. So hi. Yeah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little bit different. I am going to be doing kind of like a maybe tutorial / collection, whatever. Okay. So as you can see, or as you saw, lots and lots of stuffed animals, but not just any stuffed animals. These are Boids. I only love the Boids, the plush ones. I know they come in ceramics and dishes and all kinds of stuff, but I only like the actual plush ones. I have lots of different kinds, and I really like the ones that are dressed. Thank you. Okay, so you see all these bears. They're not all bears. There's Boids makes all kinds of different animals. I have some dogs. I have my little walrus. There's different. I have like a sheep, I think, and a pig. Just all different kinds of stuff that a lot of stuffed animals would, of course, come in other things other than teddy bears. But I decided I wanted to show you some of the things that I have, but also tell you how I got into this. So my mom started collecting the Boids, the plush Boids as well, way back when I was in high school. And I started getting them like for special occasions. I had like a surgery when I was young, and I've had, different things come up. Sometimes it's good stuff and, it's a fun thing to collect. And then other times, like I said, it's maybe to commemorate something or like, yay, you got through this. So they've been around for a long time. I actually can't remember when they first started really being popular, but I've been around these for a long time. And now my collection has grown much more than my mom's. Okay, but anyhow, yes. So I think that a big thing about the Boids bears is because they're a little something for everyone. Some, maybe ceramic dolls are almost like too pretty to play with. You wouldn't want to maybe give them to a young child because it's just not something that's going to be a toy. Well, these Boids, different ones are, I have small ones and I've got some really big ones, and I think it's something that, even if you don't collect it, if you just see it, they're kind of unique. Now, on that note, sometimes you can mistake a Boids bear for a different brand name, Ty, Russ, things like that, that do sometimes look similar. Even I have been fooled by a few different things, especially if they don't have their Boids tags. Now, this one is a little wrinkled, but I still got her. I still love her. But this is where you really find out if it's authentic or not. It'll either have one of these tags, or it could have something. I'm looking here on the feet. Some of them have like a bee on their feet. Some will say Boids bear wear on their outfits. Some of them just have like a snap or a button and it'll say Boids on it. So you know that they really are from the actual company. Now again, that being said, I have this bear here, and like I said earlier, before getting into this, I really just like the plush ones, and especially the plush ones that are dressed, or have some kind of they're holding something, they have a ribbon on, something instead of just a plain bear. Plain bears are wonderful. Some people only collect, undressed. It's kind of a thing for them. So what I was going to say was, like this bear here, this is definitely a Boids bear. You can see this, but somebody did take clothes from a different Boid and put it on this. So it's a little sloppy, but for me, I still love him. I don't really have a tag on him, but I do know it's him because of his little inseam tag. So yeah, so that's how you kind of know. But like everybody likes to collect different things. Some people don't, but people collect coins and stamps and things that maybe wouldn't be of interest to me. Just something like, oh well, that's nice for you. But with these, you can start at a young age collecting. You might want to be careful if they have the tags on them to either get like a tag protector or set them aside for when the child is older. But there's so many different ones. There are some that are maybe just for holidays, and some people might collect just the holidays, just like they would collect maybe a Boids ornament or a keepsake. They do have keepsakes that are, maybe little jewelry dishes or something. So I do have some of the little ones. And as I am talking, I will be looking through this. I do have some that are holding things. Here's one. It's a 4th of July bear. Here is one of my very first bears, and it has a little blanket with him. I thought that was really cute. So when I put these away on my shelves, and I have lots of shelf space, we have a nice big house that's got a fireplace, if you can see it behind me maybe, and there's lots of shelves off to each of the sides. So I have them in sort of an order. It may not look like that here, but I do have like the ones in sweaters will be all together. The ones with hats will be all together. The ones holding things, the ones that are themed, things like that. So I kind of have my own little special place for each of them, and they all have a special place in my heart. Just like if you collected something since you were a child, it would be special, maybe more to you than someone else, and that is just fine. So like I said, I've been collecting these since I was probably like late teens, early 20s, and they all have a little story behind them, just like everybody else's goodies. But I thought, like I said, I wanted to show like the way to authenticate something. Again, the tags, the feet are a good way to make sure you get a Boyd's Bears. But I did want to mention as we go along here that the places that I have found like the most unique, the most inexpensive for what they are, have been at stores like Goodwill, Salvation Army, rummage sales. You wouldn't believe all the stuff that are collectibles that people either don't realize or maybe just need to get rid of their collection for some reason. And I have picked these all up, not all of them, but most of them up for a steal, just because to somebody else, it's just a teddy bear. For me, it's a little more. I will show you a couple of these as we go. I have a pig. Like I said, I had the walrus. I've got a little bee somewhere in here and a moose. So I have lots of different ones. Some little ones that you can always give as presents. So these are cute, to buy yourself. I have some for teachers. I have some for nurses, things like that I'm keeping for just the right person to give. Okay, so I went ahead and moved the camera a little bit for a different view, so you'll see more of what I'm talking about, and not just have to hear me rattling on. I was going back to the part about the authentication. I said there was a few different ways you could tell. I think this one's a good example. This little bear, if you can see this, I hope you can, it has an actual like sticker sewn into its foot. Her foot, and then again the buttons say Boyd's on them, and then of course she has the tags. So that was a good example, and I did want to show you a couple other things. I know I mentioned them. I did show my little seal, Jocko. They also have bunnies in all shapes and sizes. There's a bunny. I have a dog. Two more that I wanted to highlight is my pig and a little moose. And like I said, even I've been fooled by some that look very similar, but the fur is a big part of it. Going back to this big little girl, her fur is just a little different. It's easy to get fooled. It's not something, if you get the wrong one, it's not really the wrong one. They're all cute. Everybody loves teddy bears. But the fur is something to kind of really watch for. Just their outfits, like I said, will say Boyd's on them. Oh, look, I forgot all about my cow. How did I forget about this little cute Moo? And as I was looking for her, my pig, all right, we're getting there. I've got a little polar bear, can you see that? I think it's a polar bear. A little mouse, cute little tail for the mouse. And a couple things I also wanted to bring out. Like I said earlier about giving them as gifts, I think that's a really nice idea. There's actually, this one here is #1 teacher, so maybe like going back to school for your kids, and maybe at the end of the year would even maybe be a little better, but that's like a gift bear. My little bride bear here, I thought that would be kind of cute for someone when they're getting married, maybe a shower, a bridal shower. The best assistant. So for someone who's maybe working in an office, would maybe want to give this to someone who's really helped them out in different ways. Here's one that says, what's cooking? So maybe if somebody is maybe starting a new job as a cook, a waitress, or somebody in food service, I thought that would be kind of nice. And overall, of course, thinking of you. Who doesn't want to know that someone is actually thinking about them when they're not with them? It's a sweet thing to do. Okay, I moved the camera again. I hope it's not too confusing, but I did want to show you the different sizes that they have. There's probably more than these actually, but these are the typical sizes that I have. This is the smallest one, and as you notice, this does have a little hangy tag, so they could be hung. I have not done that. I personally want to be a little more careful with them. And if you saw me moving them around earlier, like I said, if something has a tag, especially a collectible, you do want to be careful. Like I said, I do know where mine are. So if you see me kind of moving them around fast, I do know where they are. Okay, so this is the little guy, then the next size up, and we're going to do this in steps. This would be the next one. And then if we do, say, one more from this middle-ish to the next size, and then from this last one to, say, a really big one, and then just for one more show here, the little one compared to the big one. So there's a big difference. Now some of these big ones, and I do have another example over here, do come with stands. Sometimes you can buy them if they don't have one with them, if it is a used bear, which doesn't sound very nice, but if it's been someone else's before yours, it might not have the stand. So sorry. This one does have a stand, but I took her off for the video, so she would be standing up. I did mention earlier also that the ones that do hold something, once again, I know I've shown this one to you, but like this one that's holding something, they also have, you gotta kind of look for these. They're not rare, but they're not easy to find just as a secondhand store might have, but it's a bear holding. This one happens to be a little rabbit. So they do have some that are coupled together. Again, like I said, I can't stress enough that, you know, they're cute for gifts. They're really nice. If you find them in a secondhand shop of some sort, if you like it, get it. If it's not your thing, you know, everybody likes different stuff. So yeah, I love collecting. I have, as I've said before, several different collections, and this is definitely one of my big ones. As we keep going, I wanted to show these. These are newer finds, and I honestly can't remember where I found these. I know I haven't had them very long, but scatterbrain me sometimes. But these are the colored ones, and these definitely still are Boyd's. They have a little Boyd's on underneath their little collars here, and they also have the tag, so they are genuine Boyd's bears. Some of them will say, I have one, I have misplaced it at the moment, but it'll say best of 2001, or this is like a limited edition something. So you know those are a little more rare. Just as in anything, some people might want to turn them around and resell them. Perfectly fine. With me, I tend to hang on to all of them. I have passed up a few. The one that I had, I can't see where I set her just now, but it says "What's Cooking?" I showed that just a moment ago. She's got a little stain on her apron. I'm fine with that, and I have actually gotten some like little spots out just with a little gentle soap and water. Once again, with anything, it's up to you. So for me, I didn't want to put her back. She was a couple of dollars, and to add to my collection, I was really happy with having her, even with that little mar. Just looks like she got something done on her apron in the kitchen. So that was fine for me. Peekaboo! Marco! Where's Deanne? Here I am! Thanks for watching. See you soon.